Hey, Cuzzies. Thanks for joining us on the Cousins Podcast, where we love raw, authentic, and transparent conversations. I'm your cousin Julia,
And I'm your cousin Lisa.
and tonight we have our special guest, Miss Shanisha Watkins. Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Woo.
Hello, hello, family, cousins. Such an
Better
honor to
known
be
as
here.
Lucid Soul. So tonight we will actually be talking about staying true to your art.
Yes.
Yes. So welcome and thank you for joining us today. Would you please introduce yourself to the cousins?
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. This is such an honor. Um, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran first, and I'm a multimedia specialist. I work in both the music and film industry. In the music industry, I work as an audio engineer, producer, singer, and songwriter. And in the film industry, I work as a second unit director.
Oh wow. That's
Yes.
awesome.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
before we get started, thank you for your service.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ladies.
All right, ladies, y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's jump in. So, would you like to go by Shanisha or Lucid Soul? What you want to go by?
Either or, it's the same person.
You know, I'm a government person, so you know I'm probably gonna say Shanisha. So,
Tanisha.
Right. Listen, Shanisha, that's fine with me.
okay. So, Shanisha, we know that you have chosen the name Lucid Soul as your artist identity. So, what
Yes.
does that name mean to you, and how does it reflect your musical journey?
Well, Lucid Soul came about. I wanted something that would definitely reflect and represent my personality, especially when I'm in one of my shy moments, because I am a shy person, and and I'm very easygoing. So lucid actually is it means to be easygoing and easy to understand. So, and I'm that type of person. Like I'm very straight to the point. I'm blunt. I'm easy to understand, and I'm relatable. Like I really, my music is definitely relatable, and I make it universal. So, lucid definitely defines me as an individual, as an artist, I should say. And I added soul because I give that soul. You know, I love soul music.
Mhm.
R&B soul, neo soul is my genre, and
Yeah.
soul is actually the acronym for my audio production company, Syndicate Outfit Uplifting Lives Music Group. So I just added the soul on the end of lucid, and you got lucid soul. So
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's great. Okay, then, girl, too
All
smart.
right, all right.
okay. Oh
So,
man.
so at homecoming, we had a conversation. You know, when I told you you got to be a guest on this podcast, honey.
Right.
So I know you made the bold decision to stay independent, despite
Yeah,
having offers for record companies.
right.
What made you lead to that choice, and how has that shaped your career?
I think, for so long, it's always been a dream of mine to be a singer, to be a famous or to be a superstar.
Yeah,
And
you sing in school all the time.
yeah, so
Right now, honey.
music is me. And for a long time, I've been trying to get into the industry, and not having that knowledge or just knowing the basics of how music or the music industry operates. I think a lot has kept me from it, and I thank God for keeping me from it, because as you get older and you start to see how things fall into place, you start to understand why God has kept you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
independent. And this industry is, if you don't know the business, you can get caught up and you can definitely lose yourself. and you
Mhm.
can lose everything that you worked so hard to create, and I just believe that being independent, it just gives me ownership. It really gives me full ownership of my
Mhm.
creations, and it lets me be me. I have control of what I write. I have control of what I sing, how I present myself, my image. And,
Mhm.
I just want to be true to myself. I want to remain authentic. I don't want to have to change or conform to being something that I'm not, and choosing to be independent has definitely caused me to lose out on a lot of opportunities
Mhm.
um, that could have probably taken me to that next level.
But at what
But
cost?
right, and there is a cost,
Yeah, yeah,
and I just think it's not worth it. Some things aren't worth it.
yeah.
When you know what your true worth is, your value is, and you know where your gifts, your talents come from, what God gives you, no one can take it away. And I just love the freedom of being able to create and release my music whenever I want to release it.
I love it.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not in the, I'm not trying to be famous, like I'm not looking for fame or anything like that. Like, a
Mhm.
lot of people chase fame, they chase after that, and they don't know, what that lifestyle consists of, or what is required to live that type of lifestyle.
Right.
And I choose to be free, y'all. I choose to be able to create, in my own way, in my own timing. And I've received some great rewards.
Hmm.
I have some really solid fans, and they listen to my music, and I'm able to connect with my fans. I love that I'm able to connect with my fans, and it's no like, oh, we got to go through this, or we got to go through this person just to get to Lucid Soul. When you
Hmm.
don't, like I'm a normal person. I'm just like everybody else, just out here chasing after my dreams, you
Right.
know. So that's what it's all about. That's independent is the way to go. It's the way to be.
Right, honey. Stay true to yourself.
Right. For real.
That's awesome.
So, what would you say have been some of your biggest challenges being independent?
Wow. Finances. It takes money to make money. That's
Mhm.
been my number one thing, and that's been the only challenge really, is the finances, because I have the network.
Mhm.
The network is definitely there. It's just, how far do you want to go? How far do you want to take it? Are you able to put up this amount of money to do this and to do
Yeah.
that? And sometimes when you want to take it to the next level, you really gotta think about it. Like a lot comes with taking it to the next level.
Mhm.
And you need a team. You need a solid team to help you get to the next level. And sometimes a lot of people ain't in it for what you in it for.
Mhm.
Money is the biggest thing. Everybody, they see what they see on social media, or like the flashy cars, the jewelry, the big houses, and
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff is not real. It's not their reality. It's just it's entertainment. And it's been hard for me to find the right team to
Mhm.
help me take it to the next level that I want to go, and I'm only wanting to get to the next level because it's not about me. It's not just about me. It's so many other things that I'm doing besides my music, that I would really want to help uh, with our community, with our youth, so like I'm wanting to, if I have a gift, and I have an opportunity to take it to another level to get this particular goal,
Mm-hmm.
to the next level, then let's do it. But let's make sure that it's the right, opportunity. So
Yes. I love that because we all about the youth, honey, giving back, support.
yes, yes,
They need us now more than ever.
right.
So, all
That's
right.
the big.
So you touched on this some, but what advice would you give other artists who are considering the independent route, and some challenges that they may face? I know you said finances.
Right.
What else would you say, or in a nutshell, what advice would you give them?
Be authentic, be yourselves, and all money isn't good money. Every opportunity isn't for you. Every table isn't for you to sit at. And everybody is not going to like what you create.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. You have to know that, everyone is not going to like you. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to be cool. You have to be comfortable and cool with that. And sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable, you
No.
know. So, and that's what I've learned, throughout my time, my journey as, a musical artist, like I would get mad, like, dang, my numbers ain't jumping, like, is
Mm-hmm.
anybody listening to my music? And I really had to sit back and think, like, what is the real reason, true reason that you're doing this for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what are you gonna do with your gift, that God has given you? Like, how are you gonna help others with your gift?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm big on, just achieving these goals so that I can, like help people. Like that's my main thing. Like I really want to help people. You
Yeah.
just have to be yourself in this industry and know that it's not just about you. It's not just about you. It's about everybody.
Yeah.
So going into this thing independent, stay true to yourself, be comfortable with knowing that everyone isn't going to like what you create, um, and put in the work. You really have to put in the work in this music industry. The content you create. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
real. I'm kind of old school, so like I'm not big on the content. But these younger artists, like they're very, very tech savvy. So it's nothing for them to create content. But if you keep this content going and keep writing your catalog, you got to have a catalog of music. Like a lot of my music that I have out, has been written years ago,
Oh wow.
and I'm just now releasing, so I have a song that I wrote back in 2010 and I just released it in 2022,
What?
so you got to have that content to keep it going, and don't give everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give everything all at once,
So just give them samples.
Yeah, give
Look,
them
look,
give them a little something here and there. Because you got to keep them one more.
yeah.
That's how, because you're independent. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nobody else,
Right.
unless you have your street team or your people in place. But
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it by yourself. You're funding your career. You feel me? Like so,
Mm-hmm.
you have to, and you're gonna have to work. Like I
Okay.
had to pick up several jobs, to put my music out.
Well, that's
I had
awesome.
to purchase all of my equipment myself, you know what I'm saying, just to limit me going to an actual studio to
Yeah.
record when I can just record at home. I already have the knowledge, I have the skill and the equipment to do it. I can do it myself.
I
So
know that.
why go and pay extra money in the studio? That's money I could be using to pay a producer to create music for me,
Mm-hmm.
or That could be money I could be put on a show, a party, or purchasing merchandise, things of that nature. So that's the advice that I would give. And get the knowledge, get
Yeah.
all of the knowledge that you can get. Business, know the business, know your publishing, your copyrights, like different ways of getting your music on these radio stations, on these different platforms.
Yeah.
It's so much knowledge that you need to know in this industry, because it's so easy for people to steal your work. It's so easy for people to claim your work. And that's the worst feeling in the world for you to have put in all of that time. Because it takes over 10,000 hours to complete an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of time it takes to put in to complete a solid project, And yeah, you just really gotta put the time in, put the work in. It doesn't happen overnight. I wish it did, baby.
Okay.
I'll be up there.
Nah.
Well, when it comes to music, I know you were talking about, like basically safeguarding your material because it's so easy for people to steal. So,
Yes.
what about securing that would be considered intellectual property, right? So,
I didn't hear it.
Would that would be considered like intellectual property, correct?
Oh yes.
Your songwriting, your originality, your songs. I mean, I'm sure that probably gets pricey to have to go through and like trademark and do all these things.
Yes, now
your intellectual property, especially
that's
as
definitely where it gets pricey.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it's definitely to copyright. It is not as much, but when you do copyright, I suggest that you have a complete, like a catalog, to get that copyright, so you won't have to pay so much. You just pay that one price, so maybe like $40 or something, Yeah. And your publishing, that's going to cost, depending on who you're being published by. I'm published through BMI. It only cost me $200 to get my account started. And so I have two publishings for my company and for myself. So I have a publishing as Soul Music Group, and publishing for Shanisha Watkins. So as a writer. So yeah, that's trademarking. That's the most expensive, I would say. I think it starts out at like $700.
Yeah.
But if you got it, get it. Go ahead and get it done. Like, because you want everything, you want to get paid for everything that has your name on it. Every sound, every stream, like I want every penny. You know what I'm saying? So,
I know that's right.
So let me ask you this, because I know you were talking about, I think you kind of touched on like new artists and stuff. So I know like we're in like the age of technology, right? So where a lot of things via social media, like you can pretty much pop just doing pretty much anything on social media now and get secure sponsorships and all kind of things. And I'm not want to say anything. I'm gonna just say being your true, authentic, creative self, because I mean that's what people are doing. We're taking all the overthinking and guesswork out of it, and we're just being ourselves, right? So for an independent artist, right, I guess that would be, I'm guessing that would be a certain like creative flair or some kind of creative implementation that they would need to be able to, I guess, take off, being an independent artist. Like, what you think is the missing link to secure like funding for somebody that's independent versus somebody that's like with the record label, if that makes sense?
For someone, I think it's just it depends on who that person is, that investor is, or who wants to sponsor you. It's really no different than, a major label coming after you. You know what I'm saying? It's just you have an individual that's wanting to sponsor versus a major label. Um, I don't think there's nothing. It's just really your creativity. It's I'm gonna tell you, all you need is one hit record. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't have to do nothing with that record. You don't have to put no video out. If people like that song, they're gonna play it. They're gonna play. All it takes for someone riding in the car, a stranger, to do something, you know what I'm saying, with your song, and they could just be playing in the background, like, oh, who is that? Or they could be making a meme with it or something.
How they doing now?
Right. But because your music is published, right, and is registered, you have a ISRC code, to your music. So every time that your song is played in that meme, you get a spin. You get a play for that.
I know that.
You get what I'm saying? You get money, and it's going viral. Anything, like, all you need is that one hit record to take you viral. One song. That's it.
That's a lot of them artists coming out today. TikTok making a lot of
them. And I guess why they do all those challenges and stuff, like they start for a song. That's to broaden their outreach and stuff too. I think that's great.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I hear a lot of songs on TikTok and months later out here playing on the radio. I'm like, wow, it's weird how it's so weird.
And you don't even see the artist. You don't even see the artist. I'm like, you just hear the
It's so weird.
Right.
If you can get out there, honey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is the time to really, if you want to put yourself out there, because I ain't gonna say it's easy because it takes work, but it's not traditional work. It's not like hardcore labor, like what we're used to, like how we grew up being raised. That this is how you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to secure, your income.
Right.
So honestly, for me, it's the easiest way. If you look at it, you just got to be your true authentic self and not be scared.
Okay.
Listen, like, you can write a simple poem, right? And all you got to do is record that poem and recite it in a way that you will perform it. And guess what you can do? Upload that to maybe DistroKid or United Masters, a distribution company. And guess what? People who love poetry, spoken word, gonna do what? When you release that piece of art, that piece of work, you're gonna get it's gonna pop up like we got new poetry or new music. You know what I'm saying? Like the hottest, piece of work coming out this week or this month. Like, you're gonna pop up in the system. So it's, man, this the way technology has advanced today, like label. You see so many executives have stepped down from their positions, at these big labels.
Honey.
Like, it's really no need for them. It's really no need unless, you have some people out here that are really vulnerable, and they really, really don't understand how the industry operates, and they get bamboozled with these contracts. They get stuck with them, these 360 deals, and they don't know how to manage the funds. They don't know how to manage the advances that are given to them because they don't know the industry. You know what I'm saying? That's how so many of these young artists, you will see an artist, he'll come out and he hot for a moment, but months later you don't hear from him again.
Right.
Why are we not hearing from him again? It's because he probably got caught up in a deal, and now he can't release any more music because he owes this label albums. And he can't do anything with the songs that he released because he doesn't own them, because the label owns them. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you signing with a label, you got to give something up.
Wow.
You got to give something up. You gonna give up your masters. You gonna give up something.
Oh, jeez. I think independent might be the route, baby. Because listen, you tell me I ain't gonna never all my stuff, all my craft. Ooh.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. I say if you can stay independent, keep creating your music. Whatever you're creating, keep creating. And one day, I'm telling you, it's always you gonna always find a yes.
Yeah.
After's gonna find a yes, especially when you're being true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Those no's are preparing you for your yes. That's what
Okay.
I've learned. That's another thing I've learned throughout my journey. Like those no's, they're definitely preparing me for my yes. I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I work so hard at my craft. Like nothing's gonna stop me from creating.
That's
Nothing's gonna
awesome.
stop.
I
Like
love
I'm
it.
getting ready to release new music next year. You
Okay.
know,
So you
so
been
it's
working.
we've been working, baby. We've
Okay.
Well,
been
I'm
working.
gonna put me on one of them tracks with some background vocals or something.
Oh, you know I got you. Come on now.
I can do
I
a
got
little
one
slow
track.
song.
Look,
I
I'm
got a
need a
new
little
track because
auto
I'm
tune
really
or something, but hey.
I can do a little
listen.
something for
I'm gonna
real.
need some background singers
I'm,
now.
I'm serious. I can do a little
Okay,
something
we in
for
there.
real.
Look,
All
don't
right
quit
now.
the Leo.
Hey, maybe we can get you guys out there for the release party.
Oh,
Yeah, let me know.
Yes,
definitely
I'm
come to your
definitely.
release party.
Yes, we planning a release party too. So I would definitely love to have you guys be a part.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
I would be there, honey. Just give me the deets, honey.
yes, you know I got y'all. You know I got you for sure.
Okay, so I've been having a question. I want to know. Okay,
Mhm.
if you could collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it
Mhm.
be and why?
Oh man, I would have to say dead Marvin Gaye.
Mm,
It's a good
Marvin
one.
Gaye is,
what's that dude?
I'm telling you, is one of my number one influences in my musical career. Like I grew up on, old school. Like
Mhm.
But Marvin Gaye was my number one solo artist to go to. Um, but today, like now, I'm gonna
Mhm.
give you two: Carl Thomas and
Oh,
Janet Jackson.
Oh, okay, some good ones. Okay.
those some
Those
good
those
ones,
are the
girl.
two. Yes, those are the two artists I would definitely love to work with or have the opportunity to work with. Um,
Girl,
if
you done
that's
brought back
possible.
some
So,
memories with that car, Thomas, honey. Though.
yes,
Like,
girl,
ooh.
that's not. Now, see, I really studied Carl Thomas. Like I've studied, a lot of artists,
Mm-hmm.
but I just loved Carl Thomas's his silky vocals. He's
Mm-hmm.
very smooth, and I don't know, it's everything about him. His smoothness,
Yeah.
his like he just does it effortlessly,
Mm-hmm.
and like I really study him and Janet Jackson. That's where I get my sexiness from,
Okay.
my seduction, my seductive, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
when I put those two together, those two artists together, like they really created Lucid Soul. So
That's
those are the two artists I really would want to collaborate with today.
that's
Yes.
dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
That
Really, I like that.
is,
Okay, girl.
I like that.
So I know you don't want to probably get too much into the release party that you're having coming up either next year, but is it going to be early next year, late next year? Girl, give us a little snippet, give us a preview, a little insight.
It's it's so tough, y'all. It's so tough because February is a beautiful month.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I would love to do this during our Aquarius season. You feel me?
Ugh.
So I'm really looking at February.
Okay.
I'm really looking at February. So if we can get it jumping in February, that'll be fine. But I would say, yeah, February, March,
Okay.
around that time. I feel
Yeah.
like, it's not too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for some new love making music.
Yeah, that's a
And
good.
so,
Yes.
it's honey. I'm just kidding.
I got some good neo soul vibes this time. I'm really, really going neo soul. So it's
I'm excited.
y'all gonna really feel the stories that I'm getting ready to tell, that I'm getting ready to share with you guys, and it's gonna be a great experience. Like, this is a side of me, because I've always been like real R&B,
Mm-hmm.
but neo soul is my heart, and it definitely resonates with me. So y'all really gonna get a neo soul vibe from me. I'm excited about it. We're gonna dance again, y'all. We're gonna bring
Yeah,
back dancing. Like,
I
we
know.
dance now, but we don't dance together in the clubs, like couples aren't
Yeah.
dancing together in the club. Like, we just sitting down and sipping while the music going. Like, we need to be up and
Right.
dancing with each other. So I'm definitely gonna bring those vibes back.
Well, I'm excited for you, honey. I am excited. I'm ready for
I'm
my little
excited too.
honey. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna send you guys I'm definitely gonna send you guys a copy of the songs once we get ready to release. Well, before we release, so
Yeah.
that you guys can hear it, get a listen to it, and give good feedback. So
We got you,
whatever
girl.
feedback you want to give.
You know you family, honey. We got you.
Okay.
Okay. All day.
Look, Watkins game. Oh, I ain't just kidding.
Gang,
Already, baby.
gang.
All
We
day.
cousins,
You
but we
already
cousins for
know.
real.
For real. For real. I love it, man. We are doing great things, y'all.
Yeah, we are. All right. Well, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
Yes, you guys can reach me on social media platforms at Lucid Soul. That's LuciidSoul. You can also reach me on my website at www.soulmusicgroupllc.com. Um, Reach out, let me know what you guys need. I am of service to you all. If you need some audio production, if you need some songwriting, a little music production, because I don't do too much producing, but I can definitely executive produce your projects.
Yeah.
If you need help in the film area, listen, hit me up. I'm available. I'm here. Anything you guys need, you let me know, and I will definitely, make myself available for you. So we family. I'm here.
Oh, you so sweet.
I love y'all.
We love you too.
Girl.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. We really appreciate you doing this for us.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. This is so amazing. I'm so proud of
Oh,
y'all.
thank you,
Y'all
boo.
listen, y'all are
Likewise,
going
girl.
so far.
Likewise.
Listen,
I'm
y'all
proud
are
of you.
going to go so far. Great things are in store. I feel it. I receive it.
Receive it,
Listen,
Lord.
listen. God is good, y'all. God is
Yeah,
good. I'm
yeah.
extremely proud of y'all, man. And keep going. Never stop. I ain't gonna
Thank
let you quit.
We ain't gonna let you quit either, honey. We finna tear
Hey,
that
that's
dance
what
floor
I need,
up.
man. Don't let me quit, Jesus.
No, Lord, no. All right. Well,
I
thank
love
you,
you.
cousins, for tuning in to this week's episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify
Yes, of
channel, the
course.
Cousins Podcast. Until next time.
Yes,
Bye,
until next time.
Cassie.
Love y'all.